Narendra Singh Chaudhary is an associate officer of our human resource management at Spurs Global Business School. He brings over 15 years of experience in teaching research and mentoring to students and scholars in the areas of human resource management, organizational behavior, and general management. He holds a PhD in HRM from Punjab University and has also qualified the UGC NET, the National Eligibility Test for lectureship in India. So I welcome Dr. Narendra Singh to start the session of today's so that we can start the session on the time. Thank you, Narendra sir.
Thank you, Chandni, for the introduction. So I welcome all the students. So before starting, a quick reminder, let's try to keep this session as interactive as possible. Otherwise, it become a monologue and it will be
सर आपकी
boring.
वॉल्यूम लो है आवाज नहीं आ रही.
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
great then. All right, so my request will be to all the participants to stay active, right? And to interact in the meanwhile so that we can have, and all those students have been there, kindly respond. And also, if in case your bandwidth allows, you can just put on your cameras also, right? All right, so is my presentation visible?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's start a discussion with the decoding the leader in you, agility, empathy, and AI era teams. Now, the first question that like comes in front of us is why we are talking about the leadership, and especially why we are talking about AI. What has changed in you can say in this in present era, and what is going on? So before starting, my first question to all the participants here is AI becoming integral to leadership? We are talking about, you can say leadership a lot nowadays, right? As we could see that there's a war-like situation between India and Pakistan, right? Lot of strikes has happened. And we could see that the political leadership is taking a charge and they're taking a very tough decisions. Similarly, when we talk about the business arena, we also see that there are not many changes which are happening, correct? So world, you can say lot of changes we can see all around the world, right? At times, at many places, the layoffs are happening. For example, recently in Infosys, many people were laid off. So there were not many questions that, okay, what kind of leadership like we're expecting, especially in this particular time when people are getting laid off. Is there any other way out where we can, you can say, resolve or you can look at the situation? Now the thing is, now the question to everyone is, and I'm expecting some kind of responses from you people. Do you people think that AI is becoming integral to leadership? If yes, why do you think so? Anyone? Any student? Priyabrat? Abhijit? Amit? Any response? What are your thoughts on this? Is AI becoming integral to leadership? Any response from anyone?
I don't think so. No.
Why?
So there is a problem with the word integral. Like we can't relate it to this AI and leadership term. So like we don't actually, I guess, I don't know the literal meaning of the word integral. So that is why.
Okay. Okay, so I think to Shubham and Pirbet said that, okay, they are not able to relate. You can say the AI is becoming integral to leadership. But in actual sense, the AI is becoming a very, very integral part of leadership nowadays. You might be listening to the news that especially in the forces, we are making a precision attacks. We had made precision attacks, you can say, on the various locations in Pakistan. So how was that possible with the help of AI? We are able to take an informed decision. We are able to take a data-driven decisions, and somewhat you can say the AI is becoming integral, you can say, to all the business functions, and definitely leadership is also not, you can say, spared from that. So moving ahead, if I talk about, there's a small video and then we'll move ahead. Artificial intelligence. I hope the audio is clear to everyone.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Intelligence is transforming the world as we know it. From automating tasks to driving data-driven decisions, AI is revolutionizing how businesses operate. This new era demands a new breed of leader, one who can navigate the complexities of this technology while inspiring their teams to embrace change. Leaders must understand the capabilities and limitations of AI. They need to identify opportunities where AI can enhance efficiency and productivity. It's not just about implementing technology, it's about leveraging it to make informed decisions that drive growth and innovation. The future belongs to leaders who can harness the power of AI while staying true to their core values. By embracing a growth mindset and fostering a culture of continuous learning, leaders can empower themselves and their teams to thrive in this exciting era. The rapid pace of AI development requires leaders to be agile and adaptable. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. Leaders must be willing to challenge the status quo, experiment with new approaches, and embrace continuous learning. This means fostering a culture of learning within their organizations, encourage teams to stay updated on the latest AI advancements, and provide opportunities for professional development. The ability to adapt and learn will be crucial for staying ahead of the curve. Leaders must be comfortable with ambiguity and change. They need to be able to pivot quickly and make decisions with incomplete information. The ability to embrace uncertainty and adapt to new realities will be a hallmark of successful leadership in the AI age. While AI excels at processing data and automating tasks, it's emotional intelligence that sets humans apart. In an increasingly automated world, emotional intelligence will become even more important for leaders. Empathy, communication, and collaboration will be critical skills for leaders to cultivate. Building strong relationships, understanding team dynamics, and inspiring trust will be crucial for navigating the changing workplace. Leaders who can connect with their teams on an emotional level, even in a virtual or hybrid environment, will be better equipped to navigate the challenges and opportunities of the AI era. They will create a positive and supportive work environment where people feel valued and empowered to contribute their best work. Section 4, the tech-savvy leader, navigating the AI landscape. Leaders don't need to become data scientists, but they need a basic understanding of AI concepts and technologies. This includes understanding how AI algorithms work, the ethical considerations of AI, and the potential impact of AI on their industry. Leaders should be familiar with different AI tools and platforms. This knowledge will help them identify opportunities to leverage AI within their organizations and make informed decisions about AI adoption and implementation. By staying informed about the latest AI advancements and seeking out opportunities to experiment with new technologies, leaders can position themselves and their organizations for success in the AI-driven future. They will be able to identify and capitalize on the transformative potential of AI. Section 5, leading with purpose, ethics, and responsibility in the age of AI. As AI becomes more powerful, it's crucial for leaders to consider the ethical implications of its use. Leaders must ensure that AI is used responsibly and ethically within their organizations, avoiding bias and promoting fairness and transparency. This means establishing clear ethical guidelines for AI development and deployment. It also means fostering a culture of responsible innovation, where ethical considerations are at the forefront of decision-making. By leading with purpose and prioritizing ethical considerations, leaders can build trust with their employees, customers, and stakeholders. They can ensure that AI is used as a force for good, driving positive change and creating a more equitable and just society. They can ensure that AI is used as a force for good, driving positive change and creating a more equitable and just society. All right. So There was a question which I asked in the very beginning. Let me go back to it. Is AI becoming integral to leadership? So now what are the views? Shubham? Priyabrat?
Yeah, it is becoming.
So, so we can say that AI is very much part, you can say, of our day-to-day life, right? We are having ChatGPT, we are using, you can say, Gemini, we are using so many other, you can say, the AI tools, you can say, day-to-day life. Very interestingly, like I was shopping something on Amazon, and then I was asking that, okay, what are the features you can say? And then AI was giving me certain, you can say, words, and when I was clicking on it, it was giving me the description. So you can say whatever I was asking, I was getting it. So you can say AI is revolutionizing, you can say, the business landscape. And definitely, as a business leader, I need to understand, you can say, whatever the technological advancements that are coming in, that how they are shaping my business, how my people are responding to it, and how I can actually embrace it for the benefit of my organization. But yes, there is also some word of caution, which they have talked about that yes, I have to maintain that human touch because ultimately AI, you can say, is an assistant to us, which can help us in the organization to grow, to take it to the next level. And somewhere, definitely, it is going to give me, you can say, a next leap. Definitely, it will going to help me to upscale my business and looking around at what my, you can say, the competitors are doing. And definitely that can give me an edge to definitely, as a leader, understanding AI and understanding its nitty-gritties are definitely going to help me to become a better leader. Agree? Now,
Right, sir.
so I'll just share one more report. Now, this is a report that is a Management Capability Development Index India 2024 report, which is jointly released by KPMG India and the IMA, that is Association of All India Management Association, in their 10th National Leadership Conclave. In this, you will go to, and in this, what they have done, they have offered a comprehensive analysis that how leaders and the managers across various sectors, they can view their own management capabilities. Now, the report have basically benchmarked some of the best practices, you can say. They have identified the various priority growth areas. And in the report, they are also talking about the geopolitical shift. Like for example, now people, or you can say the world is looking towards the east. Like for example, India, you can say, is the new epicenter where everybody is looking, you can say, towards it. Because even the IMF, the World Bank is saying that the GDP of India will going to grow, the economy is on the rising side, you can say. So geopolitical shifts are happening. All right. Now you can say from the China, you can say the businesses are now shifting towards India. So many things, a lot of things are happening. Correct. Now there's a war which is already been, which is going in the Middle East. We can see there's already a tension between Russia and the Ukraine, and similarly with the India and the Pakistan. And definitely we could see that how these things are actually impacting our businesses, right? Environmental changes are happening. Now you can see that, okay, at times the climate is changing a lot. Am I right? At times there's a you can say snowfall in the desert. So we could see lot of climatic changes have been there. And moreover, there's a rapid technological changes. Now you all are using mobile phones. Am I right? Smartphones you all are having, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
you
sir.
have seen, yeah. So you have seen that even in WhatsApp recently, so lot many new features keeps on coming. And now moreover, when you are even going to buy an AC also, that is also, you can say AI is there. In your television, AI has been there. So you can say lot of changes have been there, especially the technology is like changing at a very rapid speed. And definitely that is underscoring, you can say, the critical need for resilience. Why resilience? Because so many changes and so many things are happening all around us, and at times the changes are overwhelming. And when the changes are overwhelming and when we are not able to understand it, okay, so many things are happening all around us, how to deal with it. So that is why I need a lot of resilience in me as a leader, as a manager. I need to be very, very empathetic because at times you will all understand that everybody is not on the same page. Everybody is not very tech savvy. So you might have seen your grandparents, are they very good with technology? Or you are very good with technology?
Obviously, yes.
Obviously, we
Okay.
are.
So we can say you are the digital natives, But definitely, you can say the previous generation, they're not that pro, especially when they come, which comes to the usage of the technology. So definitely, I have to be empathetic. Also, I have to understand the perspective of others also. And moreover, I need a future-ready leadership, especially when we talk about India. Now, most of the major giants, when you talk about the Google, when you talk about the Apple or the Microsoft, you can say these are the major giants, for example, in the IT sector, which have been led by the Indian, you can say, leaders. So that is somewhat you can say that what three things we are looking for: resilient, we're talking about empathy, we're talking about the future ready leadership. But why we are talking about all these things? This is what the data says. The data says that the overall MCDI overscore is 69.7%. That means there's a drop of 8.3% since 2011. That signal there's a stagnant growth in the management capabilities. That means people are not growing their management capabilities. Result orientation, you can say it has gone up. It has improved dramatically, you can say, which was very, very low in 2014 to in 2024, it is very, very high. That means everything is now, you can say, very result orientation and performance driven. Then integrity and corporate governance, it's very stable, you can say. We are consistent top scorer across the decade, strong ethical baselines, and that is why we're talking about the corporate governance. We're talking about the innovation adaptability, that is quite low. That means it has fallen down by 10% since 2011 and most underperforming 2024. External relationship when we talk about and the financial leadership I'm talking about, because that is also declining. That means year on year decline has been there and it called for more strategic insights. The organization capability in the tech use, you can say it is on the slightly higher side. Modest gains have been there, but somewhat you can say the deeper systematic capability gaps are evident. Now, it what kind of recommendations is giving to me? It is saying to me that you have to lead digital innovation transformation. That means AI, Internet of Things, and the blockchain technology, you can say, while embedding ethics, transparency, and sustainability, you can say this is at the core of the digital strategies to stay competitive, responsible. So definitely, if you think that your business can survive and definitely you can be on the top position without using AI, that will be really difficult because technology is changing very, very rapidly, and definitely it is giving an edge, you can say, to the various businesses. Definitely, amongst AI, especially when you talk about, definitely that human touch is very, very essential. So definitely we are looking for the people who can strengthen people first leadership. That means we're talking about empathetic leadership, which is more inclusive, that prioritizes emotional intelligence. That means where I can understand my own emotions also, I can understand the emotion of other people also, and I can channelize the emotion of the people who are working with me in my team for the betterment of my organization. And definitely there has to be a continuous learning, there has to be there is an employee well-being that is to be there to create a high performing future ready teams. Because see, infrastructure, technology, they all are at our disposal, but ultimately who are the end users of all these things? Anyone? Sparsh, who are the end users?
Sorry, sir, can you repeat?
I'm saying whatever the kind of technology we are using, whatever the product and services we are making or curating, ultimately who is the end user?
Sir, we are the end.
We are the end user. The human being is the human, right? Is the end user, correct? So we have to make sure that that human touch, that human centricity has to be there, right? We have to understand that we have to reimagine, you can say, the talent value proposition. So somewhere pre-COVID, we have seen that largely people working from offices. During COVID, we have seen the entire offices went to online mode. And now post-COVID, we are seeing the hybrid mode. So we can see that all the three modes have been there. We are having remote, we are having hybrid mode, and even we are having work from office, right? So all the three modes have been there. So definitely there is a lot of, we can say, shift in the working models, which is also compelling. You can say the employee experience is changing. We have to balance, you can say, the flexibility with the meaningful office engagement so that we can attract and retain top talent. Now you understand that hybrid working, that is a new, you can say, kind of a USP for the organization to attract the good talent towards their organization. That okay, whether you are having a flexibility at your workplace, Whether you are having the hybrid work culture, where I need not to travel every day to the office, right? So somewhat you can say these are certain things which are happening. So not many interesting things are happening, you can say, in the world, and we can see so many shifts are happening, right? So we also have to make sense that we are able to align our financial strategy with sustainable growth. So when we are trying to integrate, you can say, the financial planning with the broader organizational impact, right? Impact goals. So definitely we want to strengthen, you can say, the risk management frameworks. They are also evolving, and to navigate the economic uncertainties effectively. Now we can see war is, if for example, now there's a ceasefire, but in case the war breaks out, what will happen? Will there be certainty or there will be uncertainty in the environment? Anyone?
Uncertainties.
There will be a lot of uncertainty. So definitely, if you talk about the investors, they will be little hesitant.
टिकर का
Otherwise,
बात नहीं
that
था,
will
वो
be the
टिकर का
case
तो
too.
छोड़ दीजिए, वो गलत आइटम भेजा है पूरा।
Pavan, can you just please mute yourself?
हाँ आइटम वाला
Admissions team, can you just please mute? So we need to understand that, okay, what kind of things are happening, what is going all around us. So there's when we talk about the VUCA world, for example, we talk about the Bani nowadays, right? So how frameworks are shifting, you can say. Now, these are certain things, and moreover, embedded
अभी
agility
वो जो
and a
कस्टमर को
culture
गया
of
कस्टमर
cultural experimentation has also been there. So we can see that so many things are happening, promoting cross-functional collaboration, encouraging experimentation, you can say, and empowering employees to drive continuous innovation and adapt swiftly to changing market needs.
पूरा
Now, that era has
वीक
gone
क्लोज है
when we're
भाई,
talking
वीक
about
बंद
the
है
mass
बस।
production. But now we're
वो
talking
उसका
about
नाम नाम बताइए वो तीनों का,
the
एक को बता
customization
दो।
and
हाँ
personalization.
श्रवण नहीं है,
Admissions team, can you just
चला
please
गया ना
mute
सब लोग,
Pavan Datta?
तो
Pavan, can
काम
you
छोड़ पूरा।
please mute yourself?
हाँ हाँ वो भी छोड़ दिया, शिवशंकर। हाँ शिवशंकर है, सुजन गया, सुजन के साथ एक नया बंदा था वो गया।
Just a minute, please.
उसका नाम होगा, उसका नाम ही हो जाएगा, आपने बोला वो नाम सही होगा। नहीं, हाँ
So
प्रेरनाथ
this
तो
is the
गया, प्रेरनाथ छोड़
comprehensive
के और एक
IPA and the
कनेक्ट होगा वो
KPMG report, you can say, which is also serving, you
वो
can
भी
say,
गया,
as a valuable resource for organization,
हाँ
which are
नोटिस
trying
गया।
to create, you can
और
say, a more
ये गया,
inclusive, where the people are
अभी
feeling
हेमंत नोटिस हो, वो 3 साल
valued,
किया
and a
और उसका
gender
नाम
balanced leadership pipeline. So you can say that we are
ये
looking for
प्रज्वल,
the future leadership. And when I'm talking about the
हाँ वो
future
भी
leadership,
चला गया, हाँ उसका
just
नाम
give
क्या,
me a second,
जो
please.
एम्बिएंट टेक्निकल करता है ना उसका, ओके एम्बिएंट टेक्निकल और पता नहीं, ओ सरवन, हाँ श्रवण ही है, हाँ वो ये वो दो आ रहे हैं, एक कंपनी
Uh, Pawan, can you mute yourself?
You
कर दिया,
can mute it, Chandni, please.
नहीं दिया रहा है अभी तक,
All right. So this is what actually we are looking at,
अभी
that we are trying to create a
मीटिंग
workplace
होगा,
which is more inclusive, which is more gender balanced, and we can create leadership pipeline. Why do I need a leadership pipeline? Anyone?
हाँ
Why do I need to create a leadership pipeline? Don't we have leaders?
ये तो आनंद को क्या करके आज मॉर्निंग चला, वो छोड़ दीजिए, इधर पैकिंग मटेरियल भी नहीं है।
Pawan, can you mute yourself?
Yeah, finally he has done it. Okay. Now, as per you people, this small poll for you. What do you think? Which of these leadership gaps do you see most in your organizations? Like we have already seen that there are certain gaps which have been there in which is told by the data. So what are the things that you feel are the gaps which are largely been there in the organizations?
Innovation and adaptability.
Okay.
Digital and tech integration, I guess.
So I am just leaving these questions, this question with you. You need to ponder upon that what are the leadership gaps that we generally used to see, especially in our organizations. If you look at all these four aspects, are they actually not required for a leader in an organization?
Definitely requires.
They're very much required, right? So when you move ahead, so why do I need agility? And if I say, why do I need empathy, especially in the AI era? Because somewhere I have to understand we are working with humans. And when we are working with humans, they are made up of blood and flesh and made up of emotions and feelings. So somewhere I have to understand, I have to maintain that human centricity. I have to maintain that humanness, especially in the processes, in the systems that have been there in the organization, because ultimately systems, processes, technology, they are there to assist me, right? They're there to assist me. They are not going to replace humans, you can say. Yes, for certain routine jobs, you can say. For the repetitive jobs, definitely, the technology will be there to replace the human beings. But largely, the higher order, you can say, the work, especially where the critical thinking, problem solving, and all these aspects are needed. Definitely, I need people who are agile, who can change with the ongoing changes out in the outside world, who are empathetic towards the fellow beings, you can say, who are working in the organization, who can understand, you can say, their personal, their individual priorities, and then it them also can map that with the organizational, you can say, the priorities, and create a combination where we can have a win-win situation, you can say, a collaborative approach, you can say, a win-win situation where both, you can say, the employee and the organization both can come on the same page and both can drive, you can say, energy from it, and definitely both can grow. So definitely I do need agility, I do need empathy, and especially in the AI era, because somewhere we have to understand that machine, like for example, I just want to know your views on that. At times, when you are having some issues with a particular service, for example, you are facing some problem with internet, you are facing some problem with your telephone and all that. So there's a chat bot. Right now, nowadays we're having a chat bot where you just give your queries and you get some response. But do you really think that all the queries are resolved by the chat with the chatbots?
No,
No, sir.
No, sir.
no, sir.
No. So that time, what comes to your mind? With whom you want to talk?
With an
Customer service.
representative.
With customer service. That means you need a person to assist you, because somewhere machine is not at times able to understand, you can say, the human issue emotions completely. So they can, you can say, take care of some part of the queries, for example, or you can say the frequently asked questions. But at times, there are certain things for that I need people who can assist me, who can help me, so that whatever the queries I'm having, whatever the issues I'm having, that can be taken care of. So definitely agility and empathy cannot be out of fashion, especially when we talk about the AI, when we talk about the machine learning, when we are talking about so many technological driven platforms. Definitely they are there to stay. They are there to help us. But definitely we need to understand that ultimately these things are created by human, and definitely they are being created to assist the human. They are not there to supersede, you can say, the humans. Now, a small video that why we need empathy. So this small video will definitely going to help you.
Makes total sense. Just open up your mind and listen to other people's opinions. That doesn't. What's going on here? What's going on? John's being ridiculous. I'm being ridiculous. You're the one that thinks. Bro, how can you not see?
Okay, boys, calm down. Okay, everybody take your seats. Matthew, John, come up here, please. John, stand over there, face that direction. Matthew, come over here and just do the opposite. You. Okay, boys, turn around. John, what color is the ball?
The ball's white. Seriously? Bro, do you just like making things difficult?
Well, what color do you say the ball is?
Black. The ball is black, clearly. I don't know what you see, Robert, but the ball is white.
Without looking at the ball, I want you to both switch places. Okay, both of you, please turn around. And what color is the ball now? Okay, please have a seat. Throughout our lives, we believe many things, and we hold dear what we think is right and true. There are times there'll be others who disagree with us. What we believe to be 100% right, they believe the opposite just as strongly. How can that be? Can't they see? We can become frustrated, we might grow distant, we may even sever relationships entirely. Slow down. Breathe. Step into the other person's shoes. It'll make all the difference.
So, does it make sense? At times we pass judgments and we always believe that, okay, we are the only person on this earth who is right. We don't try to understand the other person's perspective. So first of all, the very important part is to be a successful leader, you can say, to be a good leader, we need to be empathetic. And I think from this video, it's very, very clear that it's not always because the picture, or you can say the picture which you are seeing, the other person might be seeing the same thing, but with a different perspective, right? Here we could see that the color of the ball is white and black both. But which side you're looking at, that makes the difference. Similarly, we also have to understand that people are having a different mindset. They're having different personalities. We all are very, very different individuals. We're having different mindset, personalities, priorities in life. So that doesn't mean, and moreover, the best part is experiences. My experience is very much different from Priyabrat's, right? And the Shubham experience is very much different from us. So we cannot say that, okay, whatever I have experienced, whatever I know, that is always right. No. All right. There can be two sides of a coin, and definitely both are right. So that is what we have to somewhere understand. And especially when we are in an era which is very, very uncertain. We're talking about the VUCA world that is volatile, which is very, very volatile, which is talking about, you can say, the volatility, right? We're talking about uncertainty. Now, at times, who was expecting that there will be a ceasefire? We all were expecting that there will be a full war between India and Pakistan, right? Did we expected that the war between Ukraine and Russia will going to prolong for more than 2 years now?
No.
Did we ever expected that, okay, a chat GPT kind of a thing or the AI kind of a thing will going to be there, which will going to just, we'll have to just give a command, a prompt, and it will going to help us in doing our assignments. And we have to, you can say my work will be little quite easier. Am I right? So you can say a lot of volatility has been there. The share market is going up and down. It's not only about the share market which goes up and down, which is volatile, but you can say the environment around us is also very volatile. It keeps on changing, right? Uncertainty has been there. At times, everything is becoming normal, but at times there are floods, at times there are earthquakes, and the situation changes. At times there are wars, at times there's a change in the government, things change, the policies change, right? Like for example, before the tariffs were announced by US, situation was different. But after announcing the tariff, situation was very, very different. Am I right? Because see, there's only one announcement. You can say by the political leadership of US, Mr. Donald Trump. What happened? Now there was a lot of halagulla, there was a lot of tension, you can say, in the world market that, okay, how they can put so much tariff, you can say, on the various countries. Uncertainty, you can't predict anything. Things are very, very complex. You don't understand that why such phenomena is happening. Why such things are happening. And ambiguity. There's no clarity. And definitely, we are moving from now VUCA to BANI, that is brittle. We are now becoming a little anxious also. Because at times, whatever we are expecting, but things may not, you can say the results may not up to the mark. Things are non-linear. They don't work, you can say, in a straight line. Is life a straight line? No. Definitely not. So things are non-linear and incomprehensible because at times you're not able to understand that, okay, why such things are happening to us? We have never expected this. So when we are talking about the uncertain times, and that is welcome to the new normal. Nobody has thought that there will be a hybrid kind of a thing. Nobody has thought that, okay, now people will start talking about, you can say, the flexibility at the workplaces, right? On one side, there's a debate when the Narendra Modi just said, okay, in case we really want to be a developed nation, then we should be ready to work for at least 60 to 70 hours a week. While on the other side, Mr. Anand Mahindra says that it's not the quantity, or you can say the number of hours that you are putting in, but the quality of work that you are doing. Now, see, the perspectives are very, very different. The leaders think in a very, very different way. The market is evolving very, very in a different manner, because the priorities, you can say, are very, very different. When you talk about the Gen Z, when you talk about millennials, when we are talking about alpha generations, your priorities are very, very different. Now, if we talk about this particular generation, especially your generation, most of the time you are on your phones, am I right? On WhatsApp, on Instagram, all right, on Twitter, and I'm getting myself updated. My attention span in the classroom is very, very different. I can't focus, you can say, for a longer period of time. Now you tell me, these similar people will be coming to my organizations, am I right?
Yes, sir.
So do I have to make changes in my organization? Can the policies, you can say, which were made 20 or 30 years ago, can they work?
No.
No.
So a lot of changes are happening demographic. We can see now more women are coming, you can see in the workplaces, am I right? We are having working women, you can say. Now we are having dual working couples, right? We are having single parents. So a lot many things are happening. So these are, so many things are happening. You can say so many changes are happening. And this is what the new normal is all about, because nothing is normal. We're expecting all those kind of a thing, right? Which we have never expected. Now, for example, a new generation people are coming to the workplace that, okay, see, I will work for you for 6 months. Now, I have to understand that, okay, how I can increase my retention in the organization. And for example, if the Priyabrat is saying that, okay, I will go to work with your organization for 3 months or maybe for the 6 months, now I have to, as a leader, I have to figure out that, okay, how I can make the best use of the Priyabrat's capabilities, you can say, for the benefit of my organization. So everything has gone for a toss. I was not expecting that, okay, oh my God, what kind of generation is this? I'll just tell you a small incident. There was a manager and he was just working with this Gen Z, and he said that, okay, one of my team member, he said that, okay, I have to go on a leave. And what kind of message he put? I'm going on leave, bye. This was a message. No formal email, nothing. Only one, I'm on leave, bye. Now, you can say the way messages are being done, the lingos which have been used, they are changing, right? So many things are happening. So definitely the demographic is changing. We are having Gen Z also, we are having Alpha generation also, we have millennials also, who are working under one roof. So when we are having different generations who are coming together and working under one roof, so you can understand how difficult it is for the leaders, you can say, to manage all these people and their expectations and their priorities. Moreover, there's a tough competition outside in the world. Technology is evolving very fast. Moreover, you have heard about quiet quitting, right? Quiet quitting, have you heard about this particular term? That was largely been used, especially during the COVID. That people are only using that much, they are only doing that much work which can only save their job, but they're not putting much effort into it. That means they're slowly and gradually they're putting themselves, you can say, off, you can say. The engagement levels are all time low. So how I can engage my, you can say, my employees in the organization, how I can get out the best out of them for the benefit of my organization. Now being a leader, there's so many changes and challenges in front of me. So I need to be tech savvy. I need to be human centric. That means I have to be empathetic. I have to be agile also, because whatever the kind of changes that are happening, so I have to evolve with time. And if I will not evolve, so we have seen those who fail to evolve, what happened? They fail to exist, right? So I have to change and I have to work accordingly. So definitely. Now see, this is a generative AI in the future of work. I'm having external, internal, you can say. So I can see AI foundation models of global knowledge. All right, I'm having AI foundation models of entire enterprise knowledge. So I'm having generative AI is helping me in getting the data. Even, for example, your resumes are now getting shortlisted with the help of ATS, that is applicant tracking system. Now the systems are becoming more intelligent, right? Rather than doing things manually, you can say the machines are taking over the things. So I am doing generative research has been there, generative insights have been there, and definitely when I'm having this predictive analytics and the prescriptive analytics, they are giving me the generative automation, generative innovations are happening, generative decisions are happening. Now, for example, I can say one thing. In my generation, like for example, when the WhatsApp came, it was a simple messaging tool. But over the period of time, you can do now everything on the WhatsApp itself. Can you send PDFs? Yes. Can I send videos? Yes. Can I send money?
Yes.
Yes. Can I put my statuses? Yes. With sound? Yes. So you can say everything is evolving, right? So definitely, whatever the knowledge worker I'm working with, that is AI-enabled knowledge worker, and that is why it is becoming very, very important and crucial that the people, or you can say the workforce which I'm having, they should have this knowledge of AI. They should be hands-on with the AI. They should be friends with that. And that is what they also should understand, because we are talking about, you can say, the drawbacks of AI also, because you can fudge things, you can fudge data. I'll give you one instance. One bill was shown, and that was curated by AI. And that is as real as any particular bill that has been generated. Now, who can vouch that whether this is correct bill or not? The human insights. Are you getting my point? So I can misuse the AI, but somewhere how I can be ethical in my conduct. So being a leader, how I can be conduct, how can be ethical, how I can ensure the safety, how I can ensure the compliance, that everything is safe. And that is what I'm working with. AI-enabled work apps have been there. So strategic work, if I talk about the technical works, so I am trying to, you can say, reshape, you can say, the workplace and the employee experience. Now, pursuing new markets, enhancing product and services. And now I'm having, you can say, designing customer experience and the employee experiences, imagining new product and processes. Have you heard about metaverse? Have you tried your new avatars over there? Right? So many things have been there. And even you can use those avatars on Facebook, on the WhatsApp, Insta, everywhere. So you can say, metaverse has been there, and we could see that we can create a unique, you can say, using unique knowledge. I'm learning the better ways to communicate and connect and collaborate, you can say, with the people. Also, I'm optimizing business operations. I'm making better decisions and the faster decisions. And moreover, my business administration is becoming better and faster. And definitely, I'm gathering the needed information, what has been there. So definitely, AI is actually changing, you can say, the future of work. I'm having all three types of workers with me, right? Which are working three different modes. Hybrid has been there, remote is there, and work from office has been there. So and definitely when different generations are all coming together, how we can bring them on the same page as a leader, how we can get the best out of them, and how we can actually make our operations, how we can make our businesses sustainable. That is a challenge. And how we can do that? By being more agile, by being more empathetic, because definitely that's the key. Without agility and without empathy, it is very, very difficult to lead the team, especially when you talk about in the AI era. Any questions up till here? Any questions from anyone? Or any thought that comes to your mind? Okay. Now, this is a trend which I just would like to share, that 82% of CEOs have already deployed or they are planning to deploy generative AI within this year, that is in year 2025. So where the business leaders are applying this AI, they're applying it to streamline their supply chains, personalize, you can say, customer experiences, and enhance decision making. That is data driven decision making, that what actually my end user is looking for. Like for example, at Levi Strauss, the CEO Chip Berg utilizes AI for design and inventory planning, and also they are using it for matching the demand and reducing waste and speeding up the delivery, you can say. And that is also helping me to indicate that leaders are now expecting to use AI to focus market trends. And okay, what kind of market trends have been there, right? Where the market is going, what kind of product and services I should make so that the demand for my product has been there. And they're also personalizing strategies, and they're also managing digital workflows also, right? So everything has gone online. Largely, we are not doing things, you can say, offline. So these are certain things which are happening. Now, recall a particular moment in your personal life at your college level or school level when empathy or the agility have positively impacted your team. Anything? Any experience that you had where you have used empathy or agility and that has a positive impact on your team outcome? Anyone? Parag, would like to share anything?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, during group presentation in undergraduation, like we have given a topic in subject called OESM. We have to choose topic of our choices. We chose to speak about Ramayana. So at that time, I was leading the group. So I decided to take off the shoes and told same to the others. So this had a good impression on the teachers, and of course, we got extra marks for these.
So what kind of difference does it make, Parag? You only just tell them that, okay, you can take topic of your choice. So does it really made an impact?
Yes, sir, it had an impact. Like we all four members talked each other and what topics you want to take, and mostly said Ramayana because of the movie on Netflix. Ramayana was trending, so we thought of taking that topic. And
Okay.
the thing is, the group members were ready and up to it, and said we can do a better performance in this topic. So it was beneficial for us.
Okay. So somewhat you try to create a consensus where people are on the same page, and definitely
Yes,
by
sir.
largely like imposing topic on them, you try to take their views. You can say the feedback, and in a consensual manner, you made a decision. So now
Yes, sir.
that made a lot of impact. People were happily collaborating with you. And that's what the leader is all about. You're not forcing things. You're just giving an idea to your team and the team members are working. Now, these are the small act. Now, after all, definitely I can say that after this particular presentation, definitely you all four would have been, you might be having a better bonding, you can say. You have a better understanding because somewhere you have that connection, you have a better communication, and definitely you understand, okay, what we need to deliver and how we want to deliver. So it's very important. So what do you think? Which is the most important trait as per you people, which is most crucial in the AI era as per you? I don't want any explanation, but I just want you people to little bit ponder upon that which one you think is the most important leadership trait as per you.
So empathy, I guess.
Okay, and why do you think so?
Empathy, because this anyone can be a leader, okay? Like, no, not anyone can be a leader, but everyone may think of leading the team, but it only takes that empathic person to be the one, like, to come on the spotlight. So that is why I guess empathy.
Okay, so empathy. So you can say if we are picking one thing, then we can bring out, you can see the other things also, correct? So all things are interrelated. One thing is related to another. So somewhere as a leader, before leading others, I have to lead my own self. That is what I have to lead, what I have to learn. That is a self-leadership is very, very essential and very, very crucial. Now, how can leaders, now just think about it. How can leaders balance technological advancements with the human-centric approaches in their teams? Now, In Byju's, we have heard lot many things in the news that okay, the work environment is very, very toxic. They are like putting lot of stress and pressure on the people. So is that kind of leadership that we're looking at? No. But somewhere we need to grow also. We need to make use of technological advancements also. But still, I have to maintain the human centricity also in the team itself, so that the people feel valued, so that the people feel respected, so that the people feel heard. And that is why human centricity becomes very, very essential. So I'm just giving this thought to all of you to just please think over it, that as a leader, how we can balance, you can say, the technological advancement with the human-centric approaches in the teams. Because if I'm using more, you can say, technology, definitely many people might be laid off, correct? But can I strike a balance where I can use, you can say, technology, right? And I can, you can say, use the human also. Like for example, in Japanese firms, big plants have been there. They are using, you can say, the most advanced models of technology in their organizations. But they are also using the human effort also. So where they need speed and accuracy, they are using machines. But there, wherever they need decision making, wherever they need precision, they are using human. So how we can collaborate, you can say, the human and the machine thing for the betterment of the organization. As a leader, we need to think about it. Now, these are certain leadership traits that are being associated, you can say, with a great leadership, that the leader needs to be intelligent. The leader needs to be creative, because the ideas, which whatever they give, that has to come out of the box at times. They need to have the, you can say, the people skills, because ultimately you are dealing with people. All right, you are not dealing only with the machines and infrastructure. See, infrastructure, machines, and all these things are there to assist people, but ultimately you need to have the people skills, correct? Then we talk about the competencies for becoming a leader, and that to be a good leader, you need to be very, very competent. You need to be the master of the work that you are leading. All right, you need to be the leader. The competence is very, very essential. Then you need to be decisive. That means you need to take a decision. The person who is confused, can he be a good leader? Okay, confusion is not a bad thing, but indecisiveness is a bad. We can be indecisive in certain situation, but as a leader, we have to make a decision, and every decision comes with a cost. There are repercussions, there are consequences to it. It can be bad, it can be good. One time somebody asked that, okay, from Ratan Tata, that, okay, how do you make decisions? The right decision. Well, first I take decisions and then I make them right. So that kind of decisiveness has to be there. So intelligence, creativity, people skills, competencies, and definitely trustworthiness. For being a leader, I think the trust is the most important. And when you talk about the three focus areas which leaders need to work upon, especially in the AI era, is first is the leadership, where you can create a safe and inclusive workplace, where people opinions, people feedback, and work are valued. Using feedback wraps, that means you have to take the feedback, multiple kind of feedbacks, but their people should feel that, okay, we, whatever we are saying, whatever suggestion we are giving, we are being heard. Correct? I should not get this feeling that, okay, हमें तो कोई सुनता ही नहीं है, इन्हें अपनी मन का ही करना होता है. So leadership is all about listening to the people. So good leader is the first trait is he is a good listener. If you are a good listener, definitely you can be a good speaker. But for that, you need to understand people well. Then culture is very, very essential. Promote collaboration and innovation using improvement dialogues, that how we can improvise. You have to use a structure, you can say, where we can, you can say, have a clear organization structure and align the goals and objectives with the teams using OKRs. All right. OKRs is a new term in the performance management system. Now, what OKR stands for, I leave it to you. You have to find out what OKRs means. You have heard about KRAs, key result areas. You have heard about KPIs, that is key performance indicators. We have this new term that is OKRs. Try to find out what does it mean. OKRs. So these are the three things that we need to work upon. And to achieve this goal, it is necessary to focus on the three main areas. So first is your leadership style, that is leadership. Second is your culture that you try to develop as a leader. And third is the kind of structure that you are making. Any questions? Okay. Now, what are the leadership traits that we are looking for the future? First, we're talking about Bani. No? We talked about Bani. Brittleness. So brittleness requires resilience and purpose driven. That means as a leader, you need to have a purpose to take the people with you forward. So resilience is needed. Purpose is needed. Anxiety will be there because uncertainty is there. I'm not sure that what will happen next. Whatever I'm thinking, will that happen? Maybe, may not be. So anxiety asks for compassionate, brutal optimism. You have to be optimistic that we can do it. My team will do it. That faith is very important. So anxiety asks for compassionate, brutal optimism. And then non-linearity, because things are not going in a straight line. So what I need agility. I need to evolve. I need to be adaptable. I should not stick to one way of doing things. No. Parag's way of doing work is as good as Priyabrat's, you can say, way of doing work. So if I have to change my, you can say, thought process, if I have to change my things, I should be ready for that. That means I need to be agile. I need to be adaptable. And incomprehensibility demands sense making. When you're clueless, then you should understand it. Okay, what can happen in the future? So that kind of intelligence, that kind of you can say visionary approach you need to have. So you should have that sense of sense making. You need to collaborate. See, if we really want to move forward, we need to collaborate. And with the collaboration, we can definitely do lot many things. And this is underpinned by ambition. That means we need to be humble, but we need to be ambitious. So when you club both, it becomes ambition. Make sense? Any questions or any thoughts? Anything that comes to your mind? Does this make any sense that, okay, these are the kind of leadership traits that we are needing in the future?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is 21st century's leadership, you can say, in the VUCA environment. So this is what you need to work upon. VUCA leadership, strategic, complex, adaptive, innovative, system. Emergence is there. Learning has to be there. That means you have to continuously, you have to keep on learning. You have to keep on evolving. There is no one, you can say, one size fits all. You have to keep on working on yourself as a leader. You have to keep on evolving so that you can deal with this kind of VUCA environment. And that is what we're talking about. I hope this picture says lot many things. Am I right? Strategic? Yes, I have to be. Big picture, I can see the big picture. I need to be holistic in my approach. I need to be anticipatory. I need to think about long term. I have to see the complex environment. I have to look up the dynamics. I have to understand the interdependence. I have to understand networking. I need to be adaptive, sensing, aware, reactive, and agile at times. I have to make changes in my policies of my organization so that I can cater to the challenges in a better way. I need to be innovative. I need to think out of the box. I need to be novel. Then only will people come to me. No? Otherwise, why they will going to come to me and take my product or service? I need to be open. I need to be collaborative. I have to be interactive. There has to be synergy. There has to be enablement. There has to be empowerment. There has to be an ideation. There has to be solution. And for that, there has to be a continuous learning. And the learning needs to be explored, to continuously keep on doing experimenting, to keep on educating your oneself, and to keep on experiencing new things in life. And this will definitely going to help me in becoming a better leader in the future. And this is what you can learn from the eagle story.
This is a story of an eagle. An eagle has the longest lifespan of its species. It can live up to 70 years. But to reach this age, however, the eagle must make some tough decisions. In its 40th year, its long, flexible talons can no longer grab prey, but serve as food. Its long, sharp beak begins to bend. Its old, aged, and heavy wings, due to their thick feathers, stick to their chest and make it difficult to fly. Then the eagle is left with only two options: die or go through the painful process of change. The process requires that the eagle fly to a mountaintop and sit on its nest. There, it knocks its beak against a rock until it plucks it out. Then the eagle will wait for a new beak to grow before it plucks out the talons. When the new talons grow back, the eagle starts plucking its thick, heavy feathers. And after this, the eagle takes its famous flight of free birth and lives for another 30 years. Why is the change needed? To survive and live. We too have to start the change process. We also have to pluck our unpleasant memories, negative habits, and fixed mindset. Only freed from the past burdens can we take advantage of the present.
So I think the message is very clear. So what could be the strategies so that we can develop the self-leadership with empathy and agility? So winding it up. So again, a small one. Just see.
They set out to make a difference. It's never about the role, always about the goal. Here's the 7 lessons we can learn from the geese. Number 1, sharing a common goal. As each goose flaps its wings, it creates uplift and aerodynamics orientation that reduces air friction for the birds that follow. By flying in a V formation, the whole flock achieves a 70% greater flying range than if each bird flew alone. Lesson: people who share a common direction and goal can get where they are going quicker and with less effort because they benefit from the momentum of the group moving around them. Make sure your team is aligned towards a common goal. Number 2, increasing visibility. Flying in a V formation increases the visibility as every goose can see what's happening in front of them. The lesson here is to make our organizations visible in both org chart directions. Having top-down visibility enables leaders to stay connected with the edges of the organization to make better informed decisions. Bottom-up visibility enables teams to see the bigger picture, engages them, and empowers them to better align themselves with the organizational objectives. If we have as much sense as a goose, we will stay in formation, joining those heading in the direction we want to go.
The sense of community emerges with a willingness to work as a team. Not only is it more efficient, the flock together has better visibility of its surroundings and is more visible as a collective. Number 3, having the ability to seek help. When a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the friction of flying alone. It then quickly adjusts its mistake and moves back into the formation to take advantage of the lifting power of the bird immediately in front of it. Lesson: be humble to admit the challenges we face and to seek help as soon as we get stuck. This humility will enable you and your team to move faster and achieve more. If we have the sense of a goose, we will openly and confidently acknowledge when we need help and gratefully accept the support that is offered, and will fly harder to stay up with the flock so we can all go longer distances with ease. Number 4, empowering others to lead. When the lead goose in the front gets tired, it rotates back into the formation and allows another goose to take the leadership position. Lesson: empower others to also lead. Micromanaging and keeping tight control will burn you out. It will also disengage and demotivate others around you. People have unique skills, capabilities, and gifts to offer. Give them autonomy, trust, and a chance to shine, and you will be surprised with the outcomes. Number 5, always recognizing great work. The geese honk to recognize each other and encourage those up front to keep up their speed. Lesson: make sure we praise people and give them the recognition they deserve. Lack of recognition is one of the main reasons team members are unsatisfied at work and quit. It's very common for people's efforts to go unnoticed by their peers in a busy and fast-moving work environment. However, remembering to constantly provide recognition and encouragement is vital, and it keeps teams motivated to achieve their goals. Number 6, offering support in challenging times. When a goose gets sick or wounded, 2 geese drop out of the formation and follow it down to help and protect it. They stay with it until it dies or is able to fly again. Then they launch out with another formation or catch up with the flock. Lesson: standing by each other in difficult times. It's easy to always be part of winning teams, but when things get difficult and people are facing challenges, that's when your teammates need you the most. If we have the sense of peace, we will stand by each other when things get rough, and we will willingly take the support guidance that's an offer. Number 7, staying committed to core values and purpose. The geese migration routes never vary. They use the same route year after year. Even when the flock members change, the young learn the route from their parents. In the spring, they will go back to the spot where they were born. Lesson: stay true to our core values and purpose. Strategies, tactics, and products may change in order for an organization to remain agile, but great companies always stick to their core purpose and values and preserve them with vigor. If we have the sense of a goose, we will recover and regroup and resume formation with the greater team headed in the direction that we want to go, and we will stick with the plan until we succeed. Thanks for watching this video. Sharon.
So I hope I have summarized the entire thing in this particular video. I think we had come across the 7 strategies that we can learn from the goose, that how we can be a good leader, right? And this is what the characteristics should need to be all about. It's all about the theory and all that, but this is what we need to be looking at in a particular leader. And definitely in this AI era, these things are becoming more and more crucial. But see, the basics always remain same: agility, empathy, communication, vision, respect, compassion. They are never out of fashion. So we need to stick to it, right? Self-awareness is the first key. So I need to be emotionally intelligent enough. First of all, I have to understand my own self. Then only I can understand others and I can channelize their emotion for the better good. Collaboration, influence, integrity, courage, and gratitude and resilience. They are very, very much part of it. And that is what we need to work upon. And this is what we can do. Self-awareness, leading with emotional intelligence, adaptive leadership that we need to learn, coaching and mentoring people so that we can create the future leaders, also leading by example, inclusive leadership. Nobody should feel left out in your leadership. Then you need to be risk taking and learning. Agility has to be there. Keep on learning, keep on moving ahead. Strategic thinking so that you can think about long term, and definitely the conflict resolution. Definitely, we as a people are different mindset, different thought process, but we need to come out of that problem mindset. We need to work with a growth mindset, that how we can move ahead, how we can move ahead. And this is what we can move up, show up, step out, walk your why, and move on. And these are certain things that how I can gain emotional agility. Face your thoughts and feeling with curiosity. That is the first step. Detach from your stories to see the big picture. Whatever else you have done in the past, that's fine, that's over. Move ahead. And then focus on your core values and long-term values. Go for tiny steps and continue improvement. And these are certain things that you can develop: mindful breathing, reframing negative thoughts, setting emotional intention, cognitive restructuring, emotional labeling, emotional grounding, and radical acceptance. Definitely that will going to help me in developing as an emotional agility. That will going to help me make a better leader. And this is how you can act as a balancing act of versatile leadership. And this is what you can do is self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, social skills, and motivation. They all work, you can say, hand in hand as an EI strategist for an effective leadership. So forceful, how you lead, need to be forceful, enabling, what you lead, that is strategic and operational, correct? And moving ahead, so this is what you can work with: empathetic leadership, looking at the VUCA world from a team perspective. Volatility, what will I be expected to do tomorrow? Is what I do today still relevant tomorrow? That is the vision. Lead with vision. Uncertainty is there. Do I still have a job at the end of the month? Understanding has to be there. Complexity, I don't feel confident in what I am doing, but so you need to have a lot of clarity and communication as a leader. And last is ambiguity. I'm doing things that aren't in my job description right now, but you need to evolve, you need to be adaptable, you need to be agile, and you need to incorporate new things in your kitty. You need to learn. And finally, this is what among the model leaders that we're looking at, that is improved decision making, enhanced problem solving, strong leadership presence, better conflict management, and the personal growth. And finally, I will end with this: true leadership lies in guiding others to success, in ensuring that everyone is performing at their best, doing the work they are pledged to do, and doing it well. I hope whatever we have discussed, it encompasses the entire thing, right? So that's all from my side. These are certain, you can say, the books that you can read for your betterment. That is Emotional Grade, Blind Spots, Leadership Lessons, Lead the Right Way, Lead with Empathy, and the Leaders People Love. So these are certain things that you can definitely look at, and you can read it, and you can put it in your priority. Okay, I need to read these books also, right? So that's all from my side, and thank you. So any questions from anyone? Okay. So thank you very much, everyone, for attending this webinar. I hope whatever the little time we had, I just try to share whatever the little I could in this particular time frame. So thank you very much for being a lovely audience and for participating in this webinar. I'm looking forward to all of you for attending. You can say the much more webinars and such kind of session in the future also. And looking forward to see you on campus. So all the very best. Have a great evening ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, everyone.
You all can leave the meeting.
एवा मैम
हाँ जी सर।
हाँ जी सही रहा
हाँ बढ़िया था सर, मैंने तो अटेंड कर लिया, बच्चों ने कितना करा आई डोंट नो। मैं देखो गाड़ी में बैठ के भी अटेंड कर रही थी।
इतने ज्यादा तो नहीं थे, 4 से 5, 4 से
अभी
6
वही
बच्चे थे।
सुष्मिता को कही थी ज्यादा बच्चे होते तो और भी अच्छा होता। इट वाज गुड अगर और स्टूडेंट्स होते तो। वो भी कैमरा भी उन्होंने इसलिए ऑन करे क्योंकि आई पुट ऑन माय कैमरा एंड आई ब्रॉडकास्ट मैसेज मैंने भेजा पुट ऑन योर कैमरा। तब कुछ ने करा, कुछ तो बैठे रहे अपना।
वो
कोई नहीं, इट विल इम्प्रूव।
ठीक
Okay,
है,
sir.
ऑनलाइन वाले
Okay,
जमाने
sir.
लग गए अभी।
Thank you. Sure, sir.
चलिए, ओके देन। ओके चांदनी।
Okay, sir.
ओके
Thank
आसिफ,
you
थैंk यू।
for the session.
ऑल राइट।
Okay, sir.